we were established in 1994 as a civil engineering company, and we started work in Canary Wharf. We've since evolved, and we now supply civil engineering workers and railway workers to a big contract in Crossrail in London. We also have a commercial training team, a thermit welding training school. We supply apprentices, and we do drug and alcohol and medical testing. So we work in collaboration with an organisation called Network Training Services, who draw funding down from the Welsh Government. And now we run a 6-month programme of the NVQ apprenticeship. Now, obviously they work 8 weeks on site with us, where they are deemed fully competent before we actually release them out onto a live railway site. And we currently work with various organisations in and around Wales to obviously support the sustainable employment.
I live in Penderbein in Cardiff. After school, I didn't go to college. I went straight to work. After work then, obviously, I had to go to the job centre because I lost my job. That's when they transferred me to Interserve. I'm 6 weeks into my Cheema course now. It's a lot of written work. You got to keep yourself safe and others around you safe. You got to listen a hell of a lot.
So obviously a blue hat, the apprenticeship would be classified as a blue hat. So if you like, that is an entry-level job into the industry. But once, different organisations use different formats of when their learning support is taken off. So they go into what's called a white hat. And it varies from how many shifts, how many hours, etc., etc. Again, it varies between companies. But the progression routes would then be, they become a lookout. They could then become a COS, which stands for Controller of Site Safety. So it'd be the equivalent of a foreman on a building site, if you like, with a lot more, paperwork and a lot more safety conscious. But, the progression routes are there in terms of pay scales and things like that, So there's, the railways can take you all over the world. It depends how much you want to put into it. What we always tell the guys here, the apprentices here, is the more you put into it, the more you get from it.
I'm hoping if I can get into a job, I can go further away to experience what they do than with Wales as well. The most enjoyable part about the course is that I'm going to come into work today to find out that I can do more experience. But then when you've got those experience, you can learn more. You just got to take, your own knowledge, listen, a lot. It's a good company to work with.
Having had a welfare to work background myself, I've got a big network in that arena. So our aim as an organisation is, we want to support unemployment in underprivileged areas. We understand it's all about sustainable employment and supporting those who potentially are harder to help through no barriers of their own. Interserve have been very forthcoming with sending us referrals, and we've built a very good working relationship with them.
When I went to Interserve, I thought I was going to be in the same role as I was before I started. It is a big jump because I didn't have any hope in myself, so I thought I was going to walk out without a job at the same time I was going in. Ask for Interserve for help for the job. They will try everything they can to help you to get a job, and that's what they've done for me. They've done a lot for me.